Russia's war in Ukraine. Now Biden addresses world leaders at UN General Assembly. US President Joe Biden is delivering remarks before the 78th United Nations General Assembly Tuesday and is expected to make a forceful call for the intergovernmental organization to stand up to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Russia believes that the world will grow weary and allow it to brutalize Ukraine without consequence. But I ask you this, if we abandon the core principles of the UN Charter to appease an aggressor, can any member state feel confident that they are protected? The president is expected to say, according to excerpts of his prepared remarks released by the White House ahead of the speech. Biden will push back against those who say Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky should give up on areas of Ukraine including Crimea and the Donbas. If we allow Ukraine to be carved up, is the independence of any nation secure? He will ask. The answer is no. We must stand up to this naked aggression today to deter other would-be aggressors tomorrow, Biden is expected to say, according to the prepared remarks. Officials had said Ukraine would feature prominently in Biden's remarks Tuesday, though he is also expected to address other issues including climate change and economic development. Explosions and fierce battles reported across the southern front lines of Ukraine. Neither Russia nor Ukraine have indicated meaningful gains or losses over the past few days, with much of the front line, from Kharkiv in the north to Zaporizhia in the south, at a virtual stalemate, and gains measured in hundreds of meters rather than kilometers. Here are some of the latest developments on the battlefield. Melitopol, there are reports of explosions in the Russian-occupied city in southern Ukraine. Ivan Fedorov, the Ukrainian mayor of the city, said that local residents reported more than 5 explosions. There's been no comment from Russian-appointed officials in the area, but the Russian military blogger Ryba said that 4 Storm Shadow/Scalp missiles were shot down by Russian air defense forces, 1 over the Henichesk district and 3 over Melitopol. Molekansk, this southern town, had also come under fire on Tuesday morning from Ukrainian missiles, said Vladimir Rogov, member of the Russian-installed Zaporizhia Military Civilian Administration. Several buildings had been damaged or destroyed, he said on Telegram. Robityne, Russian reconnaissance had uncovered the movement of Ukrainian units near this village on the southern front lines, and destroyed them, according to Yevgeny Belitsky, the Russian-appointed acting governor of occupied parts of Zaporizhia. Russian blogger Wagonzo said there was fierce counter-fighting on the western outskirts of Robityne village, where Russian forces were trying to cut the flank of Ukrainian units, while the AFU, Ukrainian army, is trying to expand the bridgehead for an offensive to the south. Novoprokopivka and Verbov, by unit of the self-declared Donetsk People's Republic, said the Russian army was holding back Ukrainian forces near these 2 villages that have been fought over for several weeks. Russian military blogger Venka Lisitsyn said Ukraine is trying to probe the Russian defense in small groups with the support of armored vehicles, but our fighters neutralize all attempts of the enemy to break through with the help of artillery. Bakhmut, Russian bloggers said that the situation had stabilized after Ukrainian gains in the south of the city. Most of Klishchivka and Andrivka are in the gray zone, he claimed. The Ukrainians say they now are in control of both settlements. CNN cannot independently verify the battlefield claims made by either side. However, the Institute for the Study of War noted Monday that Ukraine's liberation of Klishchivka and Andrivka south of Bakhmut may have degraded the Russian defense in the area south of Bakhmut and could have rendered combat ineffective as many as 3 Russian brigades, according to Ukrainian military officials. Zelensky will attend the UNGA in person for the first time. Here are key things to know about the meeting. Timothy A. Cleary/AFP, Getty Images. The United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, begins today and 140 heads of state and government are scheduled to attend. 6 vice presidents, 4 deputy prime ministers and over 30 ministers of state and chiefs of delegations will also stand at the rostrum to deliver remarks for their nations. This year the topics at the 2-week summit appear more numerous, volatile and hard to solve than before any other UN General Assembly: Russia's war in Ukraine, lethal floods in Libya, multiple coups on the African continent, North versus South economic funding, violent crisis in Haiti, and climate change, to name a few. Potentially weakening the impact of the event itself is the fact that US President Joe Biden is to be the only leader of the permanent 5 members of the UN Security Council to attend. In a first for the annual summit, Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky will be attending in person as he continues to rally for support. Previously, he has appeared on video monitors in the General Assembly Hall. Biden and Zelensky are set to address the assembly on Tuesday, and the leaders are expected to meet in Washington on Thursday. UN to tackle grain deal with Russia. At a special Ukraine meeting at the Security Council table on Wednesday, prepare for Zelensky to take on Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, should he attend this ministerial meeting. There are also private one-on-one sessions between UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and Russia, Ukraine and Turkey. The UN would like to get Russia back into the Black Sea grain deal, but Russia and Ukraine will not meet together here in New York. It is extremely important to fight those that are abusing their authority to limit democracy, Guterres told reporters last week. But one Security Council diplomat has said Russia already trampled on the UN Charter by invading neighboring Ukraine.